Hello, everyone. My name is Raven, and very much long time no see. And we are back, or I'm back anyway. And we're gonna be playing some Factorio, because that's kind of what I felt like playing. I really have no idea what I should be playing, what I want to play. I have no idea, but Factorio it is. So we're just gonna clear out some wreckage here, and I'm gonna mark all this crap as red. And apparently, I'm gonna stand in the fire and get hurt because I mean. That just seems like a thing that I would do. Okay, so after we grab this, we're just gonna, kind of evaluate our position on life and everything, and I don't know. We'll figure something out. Don't worry, we'll figure something out. All right, we got some stitterite over here, some ruberite, bobomium, some coal, some sapphirite. There's like kind of trees. This is gonna be beautiful because we're gonna have to be like super careful. So just to kind of cover what kind of horrific map this is, this map has a height of 256. So we're gonna be kind of going left and right. I like playing this way just because I find it to be a little bit more challenging in certain aspects. And I made sure that both sides there's no there's no wall off or anything. So we're just going to get all this crap out of our way here because, it's kind of all in our way. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to place one of these. Do I have enough to make a storage container? I'm almost tempted to literally make the iron plates, the iron chest, because wood is going to be very valuable. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I can move it around anyway. Okay. So let's just clear this out of the way here while that does its thing over there. So yeah, I'm somewhat back, everyone. It's kind of nice to be back. I just decided to start with Factorio. So let's just let's harvest some iron here, and we'll just lean back. And the big problem I think that I have with this game is getting going. It's just such a nightmare, So to talk about the mods we're playing with Angel's mods, Bob's mods, and then there's like a few others for like weapons and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just Angel and Bob. Okay, now we're gonna get ourselves a little crusher here. And I'm gonna grab some coal out of here and just plonk it into here. And we'll just, oh good, it's gonna give me more tips because, I really should turn that off, but I'm sure it's fine. Who knows, I might learn something new. I mean, you don't know, you never know. I mean, it's entirely possible, I doubt it, but it's entirely possible that I could learn something completely and utterly new from all of this. I will say, though, the one thing that I definitely do not like about this particular mod is how ridiculously slow it is to get going. So one thing to note, this is a very low amount of sapphirite, by the way. I picked the largest frequency, like in between everything. So we're going to have to be like very, very specific and cautious about everything we use, because yeah, I mean this is gonna be we're gonna go for this one for the long haul. Like, yeah, the good news is we can make resources, so that's gonna be super fun when we finally do get to that point. But I don't know, 90k of sapphirite's not really a lot, and we kind of do need it for a whole host of things. But fortunately, we do have a fair bit of the stitterite, so we can get a little bit of iron out of that. But I don't know. All right, so let's just get another little batch there. Okay. So the first thing we need to do, excuse me, we need more burners. Lots. And lots more of these burners. I don't want too many because I want to basically go straight for electricity. Because, I mean, electricity is just 100 times more useful and far less. What am I doing? You know, resource wasteful. So this is kind of how we're gonna get started. Okay, so let's do a little bit of walking around here. So we do have a fair bit of trees. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not like we're like completely at a disadvantage here. I mean, we have a little bit of trees. It's not a lot, but we have a little bit of trees. We're gonna grab some trees out of here. The enemies are also kind of amped up a little bit, so you know, I didn't make like super massive bases straight from the start, so you know, I do have somewhat of a chance. But we're just gonna go until, you know, I die. I mean, you know, you know. So let's just do a little running around, fully zoomed out. Let's see what we got over here. We got some bobomium over here. Okay, you know, tin and silicon ore, not bad. What we got over here? Plutonium. Really? Why's that blue? I mean, the icon for it is gray, but this is showing up as blue. So, you know, oh, okay, it's just because I was way zoomed out. So this plutonium is actually kind of useful because of, you know, the whole lead, aluminum, titanium, and cobalt thing. But you know, if we have to, we'll get the copper and stuff out of it. But basically, what kind of base we are going to be making here is going to be a bit more of, we're probably going to be producing a lot of the resources ourselves. But and you'll see what I mean later. We're going to set up huge factory lines for producing resources. Is it anywhere near as you know, efficient? Can I just pick these up? Oh, cool, a Santaray. That literally did nothing. Consumption speed? I have no idea what that even get. Forget how to clear out the. Nah, it's middle mouse click. Okay, cool. Whatever, it's fine. We're just doing a little bit of exploring, you know. Like I say, just to, you know, get some stuff. We got some some nice rubite. I mean, that's kind of useful. What I really need is like stitterite and stuff. Oh, what is that? Is that a fissure? Oh yeah. Oh, that's, we can use that early on, like for real, like 100%. Like that'll be very useful for, you know, early on production of quite a lot of resources actually. Let's see here. So it doesn't look like we're gonna be too badly off. I mean, we might have to do some like, you know, really strange and weird stuff. We're gonna run back so we can begin construction on some stuff. Well, actually, so we can begin harvesting resources, so then we can do some construction on some stuff, because, you know, oh, almost ran past it there. Okay, so all right, so what am I gonna need there? I'm gonna need more iron plates. Big shock. And I'm going to need, I can just swap the crusher and stuff around. And then for the burner power, I mean, we're going to have to use the burner power for a while anyway, because, you know, I mean, I guess we could build a factory down there, but I'll just build it up here. All right, so we're just going to go over here and just remove some stuff. So while we stand here and hold right click, how's everybody been? I mean, it's been a really long time. I know everybody's wanting to know about the Left 4 Dead 2 tutorials, and I haven't really decided what to do about those. I never did finish them, but it's been so long, I kind of just want to like start over from scratch, you know? It's just, I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Oh yeah, look at that, getting some siderite ore. We're gonna need quite a bit of this, you know, because we're gonna need the copper. A lot of copper. Hordes and hordes and hordes of copper. I haven't really decided how long this video is going to be. You know, it could be an hour, could be half hour, 20 minutes maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll just play and play and play. As well, like I've already mentioned before, if anyone has any suggestions on what they'd like to see aside from Left 4 Dead 2 tutorials, I'm very well aware of that one. Let me know. You know, if you have any like game you'd like me to see or play, you know, just like I say, just let me know. And try to revive this channel, which I've tried several times, but you know, it's been so long and the content's gotten so crazy and wild and wacky, it's just kind of difficult, you know. All right, 32. That should be enough to get me going. All right. There we go. Gotta get some more of these. So the downside to all of this, of course, is, you know, automating most of this would be quite the boon. But we're gonna have a lot of, you know, chests and stuff doing all this for us, so we'll all right, let me just grab an extra one here, and then let me just grab that out, just dump that in there, and we'll just go back to harvesting. Wow, I can't believe that that's basically already done. I don't think that'll be enough copper, to be completely honest with you, but I think it might be just enough to kind of get going. Yeah, just enough, just barely enough. I think the truly tricky part for this map is going to be managing the train network, because, you know, the trains have to take up, you know, certain spots, and I can't just plonk them in the middle. So, you know, like I said, this is going to get kind of crazy after a while. Hopefully we don't see too many aliens for, you know, first anyway. Wow, I'm basically just going to go until that, you know, is that burner done? No, it's not even done. All right. I'm just going to keep going until it stops. So just try to get as much of this as I can. And then I'll run over and get some copper and what have you. All right, there we go. 32 is perfect amount anyway. All right, so what do I have here? Got 20. I mean, to be fair, 20 is not bad at all. So for power, I'll just grab just a few of these. Don't want too many now. And I'm not going to have enough iron plates, at least, you know, early on, but you know, we'll see what we can do here. All right, so just gonna turn all this into some stone, because, you know, I'm gonna. And what am I gonna need? Oh, another 20. My goodness. All right, let's see. Circuit boards. What do I need? 3. All right, and copper wire requires. I can't remember where stuff is. I'll just get another stack of 32 of these. That should be enough to, you know, at least somewhat get some stuff rolling. The belts are going to be way too slow early on, so we're going to have to do stuff the really awful and slow way. I tell you, the beginning, I know I've said this probably already like 3 or 4 times now, but the beginning to this game is truly the worst part. Like, once you get rolling, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, highly addictive. But I tell you, getting going is rough. Like seriously, like this is just crazy. Oh, there we go. I had to mute my mic so I could, you know, lean up without causing a ruckus there. So 2 copper cables is 1 plate, and that's really not that bad. So I'll just swap this over to here, and then I'll just grab all of this here. So I got 41 here, so I mean, that's truly not that bad. All right, so we're going to grab one of these, and I'll just plonk it right here for now. And then I'll just, all right. So I'm going to have to drag the power all the way over there. That's going to suck a little. I'll just put all this stuff over here for now. Oh, I don't have any coal. Oh, no, I don't have any coal. What will I ever do? Oh, did I actually put all that in there? Well, whoops. Did not mean to do that, but okay. All right. So I can actually build literally one of these, which is, you know, absolutely fantastic. Okay, so I have a literal singular mining drill here. I think what I'm going to do is I'll just place it here. I know it won't have any power and stuff, but, you know, I'll just put that there. And I'm just going to stand here and just hold F as it just slowly and steadily climbs up. The reason we're not really, like, you know, doing anything here is I need a chest, and I don't want to use the wood, mainly because I'm lazy and I don't want to walk all the way over there and get more wood, and I don't want to use the current wood that I have. So I'm just going to stand here and just, you know, do this. So 13 should be just maybe enough, maybe not enough to get over there and do the next mining drill. But we'll see. You never know. Okay. So we'll just deposit this into here. And we'll just take this back. It's quite a lot. So I'm going to need quite a bit more than what this has given me. Because what is it? It's like, yeah, it's 3 for 2 or 3 for 1, something like that. It's pretty... The ratio is... Yeah, it's 3 for 2. It's not really that great. Okay. So we're just going to... Okay. So we'll grab another 5. I mean, not super great, but, you know, not super bad either. Okay. That should just connect up the final piece there. Can I get rid of that, or is that just it's just static? And this part's going to be fun. All right, so how many did that manage to get me? 14. Not enough. Not anywhere near enough. So, again, we're just going to stand here. Actually, you know what we could do? You know what we could do? We do have enough for the chest. So, character is in the way. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to let that build up a little bit since it does produce a lot faster. And we are going to do the magic of right-click holding because, you know, why not? It'll be really nice when we increase our tool speed. It'll be really nice when we don't have to do any of this and, you know, everything's just being refined or mass produced. It'll also be better when we have our power plant. Oh, I can't wait for the power plant. Oh, that's going to be so wonderful, having a power plant. A proper power plant. Which actually is something we're going to, you know, bounce towards as quickly as possible. There are some things that we need to get, you know, in front of the queue, but power plant's pretty much going to be, you know, top of the line there. All right, so I'm just going to stop at 18. I'm going to go over and I'll explain the research route, hopefully while we... Now, what we really need is another burner, but I don't want the... No. If only there was, like, this magical stack. I'm not too worried about coal. Coal consumption is one of those things where I'm really not concerned about coal. So, we're obviously going to get basic logistics. Probably one of the first things we do. We're going to need to get basic automation. Greenhouses are going to be necessary. Mechanical refining will also be a very big point. Long inserters will also be quite useful. Getting these tier 2 logistics isn't really that hard. Actually, manufacturing them is going to be pretty rough because, you know, we need to be able to manufacture tin. And we're not going to deal with any solder early on. But we are going to need this. And in order to get to this, we're going to need automation, basic chemistry, fluid control, and the water treatment, which is going to be super, super fun. And in order to get the research stuff, we need a copper plate and an iron gear, all of which is going to be relatively easy to get once we have some form of automation done. I hope, anyway. This is the theory that I am running with, okay? No one take this crazy theory from me. I know it's crazy. I know it's loony, and I know it's going to take a lot of work to get to, and I know at times this series is probably not going to be the most thrilling or captivating because, you know, right now it's really not that thrilling or captivating. I mean, you know, I'm kind of just sitting here, standing around, doing nothing. But we will eventually unlock things. I'll probably eventually get a second burner. Depends on how much, you know, this is done. Like how much this produces. I think it'll produce plenty. Yeah, it'll produce enough. So I'll get that, and then I'll just, you know, kind of stand here and wait until I get to 20. So I'll wait until that says 8, and then I'll grab the next set. And then I'll start heading on over. Because, you know, I don't mind swapping out the crusher. I could always build another, you know, refinery. That's really not much of an issue. But there's one thing that I definitely don't want to do. It's, you know. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. So, yeah. Now, when we make the coal, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into crushed coal, and then we're going to turn it into, what is it, coke and then carbon, I think? Or is it carbon then coke? I honestly can't remember. But basically, the reason we're going to go that route is so we can effectively, you know, push the, you know, the max, you know, amount. We can optimally use literally all of it if possible. So that's what we're going to do. Exactly what we're going to do. And it is going to take quite some time. Now, let's see what this level of automation... Oh, it does require a burner crusher. So maybe I will get a second one. That won't be too much of a waste. I'm trying to minimize, you know, as much waste as possible. So I'll go ahead and grab another one of these. I'll just, I don't know, grab half that stack. There it is. And then I'll just plonk this down here. And then I will put that in there. Oh, and it might help. Sorry, if it looks like I'm kind of having issues seeing, I am, because I have a new position for my microphone. So, I can sound really, really nice like this when I get really, really close to it. But it kind of partially covers up the screen, and I'm getting used to having that blind spot there. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's build like a few more of these because, they're relatively cheap and tremendously inexpensive. So let's go ahead and get a few more of those. It would be really nice if we could, load this up with, because like one of those electric would be so much better, but what are you going to do? All right, I'm going to run down here and see what we have. What do we have? 35. I mean, 35 is not bad. I mean, 35. It's 35. Not bad. Okay. All right. Grab 129 of those, and I'll just put that in there and start mass producing. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, we need 20. I'm just going to grab all these out of here. They just cost so much coal to, to do that. Oh, and this is reaching its max, life on what it can be used for. So that's always super thrilling. We're going to have a lot of iron chests. Probably should just use wood, but, whatever. Iron's fine. Okay. Once again, we're just going to, stand around here and wait a moment. Actually, no, we're not. There we go. All right, let me just go over here and grab the next step. This is better. This is much better. Well, this might be kind of like, stand around and wait, but at least it's my kind of stand around and wait, which is basically super lazy because, you don't really have to do a whole lot of anything, and that's just the way I like it. And the nice part is, once we have this thing pretty well set up, I mean, we're going to have some pretty decent yields. So we'll be able to handle quite a bit. All right, so for power, unfortunately, we are going to add another one. We're not going to be able to set up any form of automation in the time in which it would take, to produce this. So now we have about 800 kilowatts of power. One time, sorry, I didn't mean to shout that. Well, I guess I really didn't shout it. It's just the mic so close to it. But one map I played, I literally only use these terrible burner electric generators to power my entire plant. And I did use like in the end I think I was using solid fuel or something similar. I can't remember what it was. Like I can't really like view it. How what I had made. Let's see. Coal processing. So there's coke. Oh, yeah. So this is what I was talking about before. So what you do is you crush the coal, right? One coal gives you 2 crushed coal. And keep in mind that coal produces 4... I don't have any in my inventory, but I have some here. So coal has 4 megajoules of fuel value. And crushed coal only has 2. But from 1, it becomes 2. So you get the same amount. Now, here's the real kicker here. Coke has 2.5, and you make it from 2, but you get 2 coke. So you went from 4 to 5. Then you take the 2 coke, and you get 3 carbon, and now you have 9. So you went from 4 to 9. So while it does require more space, more time, to manufacture and produce all of it, the end result is you actually have quite a healthy, supply of, it stretches it pretty far. I mean, I'll use carbon for forever. I mean, I use carbon for ages. We'll probably be on carbon forever. Now, in case you're wondering, I like the sweet sound of, all of this beautiful steam turbines. I do not use solar power whatsoever, and I get very offended when people tell me to use solar. So it's not going to happen. Don't even bother trying. I'm sure you're going to ask just because you think it's funny. It doesn't matter. I will not, under any circumstances, I will. I won't. I will not do it. Okay, so the next thing we need to do now, we need to set up some form of automation. And I think the first thing we're going to go for is this. So we're going to need automation. So we're going to grab this. And this is still going. Beautiful. So we are going to need a few things, naturally. We're going to grab this, and then this, and then this. And in order to pull it all off, we are going to have to produce basically all this stuff. Okay, I'm just going to keep running because it's not like it's going to matter that much anyway. So basically what we're going to do here is I'm going to filter out the crushed coal and everything. And no, I want that back. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And we're going to get started with some level of basic automation. I have enough for exactly 5, and the main reason for that is because there's just, not enough. So we're going to get this little spot here kind of rolling. Now it's not going to be perfect, obviously, but, we are going to get it rolling so that, it can start continuously pumping out and using, all of our mining stuff. But in order to do that, we are going to need quite a bit of these. So I'm trying to decide right now if I want to, I can produce 34 of those, actually. It's tempting. I can still only produce 17. And again, the reason for that is because we just don't have enough. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold off a little bit, get the next set of crusher, and then get all the automation stuff that I need. And I'll just make sure that, these things are basically always kept full so that we don't, waste any time. I'll stop on the way back and throw the science packs in there. And then as soon as we get the copper up, we'll get started on this one, and then I'll start producing, cuz it's not going to be like a perfect amount of refining, but it'll be enough. And then we're going to have to use wow, that's okay. Well, I mean, if it works, why am I going there? If it works, it works. And then, of course, the other thing, too, is we will focus on, eventually getting these set up so that I don't have to carry anything over. What's the mining speed on that? 0.5 seconds. It's my 0.25. It's like, oh, these are actually faster. That's interesting. Okay, so we have that one. Now we need the next tier of automation. Okay. Not a problem. We can get right on that there, buddy. Okay. So ideally, it would be nice to have the long arm inserters, but we're not going to have those early on. So unfortunately, we're just basically just going to be... Why am I in there? I was just standing there like, deer in headlight moment. Like, why am I standing in here? This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, we'll just throw those in there. I think that's pretty much gonna use all of it, to be honest. Let's see, how much more? Oh, we have quite a bit more copper. We're not completely shut out of copper there. I actually have way more copper than I have anything else. Could produce things a little faster. So, there you go, 24. All right, so now we're just going to make 24. I'm just going to stand here for a minute. I'm going to get all these transferred over. And then I'm just going to throw that into there. Then throw that into there. I'll just plonk that extra science bottle in there. Okay. The good news is that the game does pause in single player when you're in the menu there. So that's interesting to say the least. All right. So now we're going to grab this bad boy here. I'm going to start the research. And mechanical refining is going to take quite a bit. Probably going to need more power plants, too, to be completely honest with you. But the good news is once this is set up, it'll at least be producing plates and just putting them in. And, you know, I don't know. I think 2 drills, 3 drills will probably be able to support 1 ore crusher effortlessly. And probably be quite the backlog. If I'm going to be completely honest on that one. Okay, yeah, so we have some new stuff, like the filter furnaces. The filter furnaces are very nice, because, you know, you can kind of, like, pick, like, what you want them to produce. So, you know, for example... Oh, yeah, right. I can't produce it just yet, because I guess I can run down here and put my bottles in. Yeah, it's going pretty slow with just that one, but... You know, you look at the power consumption here. We don't really have a lot of power, so... You know. I'm half tempted to just power this whole base with the crappy burner electric generators just because it's funny to me. And I do not know why it's funny, because it's really not that funny. But, man, the pollution is just awful. It is so awful. So awful. And so bad, and... You end up with, like, literally hundreds of them, and it is just... I mean, to me, it's just one of the funniest things ever. You know, it truly is magical. So, for those of you who've never played this mod before, the filter furnaces basically allow you to produce stone bricks. So you can use the automation stuff to make the stone, and then you can turn the stone into bricks, which is something we will be doing. And eventually we'll be piping all the stone to one central location and, you know, using it there. Because no matter what we do, we're always going to have the leftover stone, and the stone can be used in a wide variety of ways. And once we get to more advanced chemical refining and processing, we'll have so many more different options for a wide variety of stuff. And, of course, you know, we can take the crushed stiterite and the sapphirite and make lots of lovely stuff. And, of course, we can make coal from wood. You know, later on, we'll actually be able to produce trees, and then the trees won't really be much of a problem, at least as far as, you know, that stuff is concerned. So I have 8. It looks like this will probably take the remaining amount. So I'm just going to do my usual here. I'm just going to go grab the next set. I'm not really too hard pressed on copper, so I'm not like super concerned about copper at the moment, but I am a little concerned about the, you know, usage of, you know, tin. Or iron plates. Sorry, not tin. Iron. Now, one thing that I do want to point out, if you've never played this mod before, when you hover over, you'll notice you have all the resources. And that is, you have to do different methods of refining in order to actually reach the point of, you know, being able to use these. So, like, when we just use the ore crusher, all we get is iron ore. But if we use the refinery, we can get copper. And then there's other ways to knock it down to silicon, nickel, titanium, tungsten, or, you know, whatever it happens to be. Like, coal is just coal, but, like, rubyite is lead, nickel, aluminum, silicon, gold, and uranium. Bobomium is tin, silicon, silver, zinc, gold, cobalt. You know, so you end up with, you know, other types of, you know, resources there that, you know, you eventually do, you know, pull off and away from. But anyhow, we'll get to that point. We're not there yet. We will be at some point. But for right now, we're just going to focus on, getting enough resources to actually, produce something, meaningful. 42 more bottles. I mean, it's going to take a while, but, and for those of you wondering why I don't just automate it, it's because the automation stuff would take time, and I'm going to have to move all this stuff around anyway. So for now, I'm just kind of sticking with what I have here. But we're going to be moving stuff around. I wish there was a way to, like, put a bit of spacing, like in the generator, between all this stuff, but alas, there isn't. Fortunately, however, we are near the end of the mechanical refining is almost done. We have a lovely 2%, 1%, 1%, 1%, and it'll be done here in just a second. There we go. Okay, so before we can move on to the next step here, we need, I see now we can get basic chemistry, which will lead to other found stuff. But actually what we really want is basic automation. And chemical processing will unlock a lot of stuff like electronics, steel, lithium, all useful things that we will eventually need. But for right now, we need the basic logistics. Now, why do we need the basic logistics? Well, truthfully, the easiest way to answer that, we need the basic logistics so we can produce, or rather split the crushed coal. Because otherwise, we're just going to end up with, like, a horde of crushed coal. And it's just going to clog up the pipe or the belt line, and nobody wants that. And I mean, nobody wants that. So I'm just gonna dump 200 into here. The good news is that we can now finally switch over to all the new stuff. So this will be pretty cheap. Actually, we do need some bricks for that. So we should probably go on ahead and start producing bricks, which fortunately for us, we can go on ahead and do right now. So we're going ahead and start producing some bricks, because we will need them. You're going to need a lot of stuff. The big problem with Angel and Bob's mod is that it just complexes the game significantly higher than it did before. But the end result is you can do a lot of really cool stuff. Like you're going to see later, we're going to make slag and then turn slag into basically anything we want. Is it efficient? No, it's not. But it's infinite, because to make slag, it really only requires water. I'm not kidding. So, we're gonna mass produce all this stuff so that we can basically have a factory that we just make bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just produces more and more and more. And of course, one of the complexities that I've done is I have made it so that that's a lot of thermal water yield. Maybe I should not have made the that yield so significantly high. Okay, so I think I have everything that I want. So now the big thing is just going to be finishing the science packs. So I guess I can just grab pretty much whatever at this point. I guess I'll just grab this. I mean, it's going to take a while. And the electrolyzer is rather expensive. Look at that. 39 iron pipes, 3 basic circuits, 9 iron plates. Actually, does that lead to... Yes, okay, it leads to the water treatment. Okay, so I'll allow that to stay. So the next thing we're going to need is... Oh, my goodness. Wouldn't you know it? We need more resources. It's crazy how that happens. Wow, that's actually literally out of fuel. That is wild to me. I just need more. More, I say. And that's doing pretty good. It's making the bricks and stuff. So, and I'm not really too concerned. Once again, I'm not really all that concerned about the, the copper. That'll sort itself out pretty good. Oh, there's a hefty chunk there. I will, however, go down here and get the last stack for a while, just because, I might need it, and it's not like it really hurts anything. And I can't do anything anyway, because a certain something just, is still producing. Ooh, 103. That's not bad. Okay. I'm just going to throw this in here. Okay. So, what are we going to need? The first thing we're going to need is some belts. A lot of belts. And we're going to need some of these bad boys. So I'm going to make 5 of these. Perfect. And now I'm going to make 10. As you can see, we basically infinitely... We're just going to... The reason we're not getting rid of anything, removing anything, is we're just wait until the arms are done and everything else is done, because I am going to... I guess I'll move it up 1. I was just looking at that thing there, just trying to figure out like where I want this thing to actually roll. I think I'm going to send it down this direction. So that's what I'll do. But we're standing around waiting for that. Oh my goodness, basic chemistry is slow. But, you know, like I said, I already wasted the time to do it. So one of the first things we're going to do, one of the very first things we're going to do, is we are so taking... Okay, good. It's on the next phase. This does go a lot quicker. Okay, so we have all of the... I'll just dump all that in there. I mean, why not? Oh, I have 17 in my inventory. Oh, my. Go in there. 27. I mean, that might finish it. I mean, once we get coal processing... Well, we're not going to get coal processing because we're going to roll for the power plant first. Because I can burn coal, but, you know, as nice as it would be to, you know, get coal processing, doesn't really do me a whole lot of good if I can't do anything else with it. Okay, so I'm going to get me 1 splitter. And then we're just going to see what we can do out of this here. Okay. And we're just going to roll with that. All right. So, let's grab another electric drill here. And the reason I'm moving it up, honestly, is just so there's some level of uniformness to this whole nightmare. You know, it doesn't have to be perfectly over, but... Okay, perfect. I mean, I would like more than 1 transport belt, if that would be acceptable, you know, for... Okay, that's gonna have to maneuver over to here. Oh, lovely. All right, we'll just grab that stack and then throw that in there. And I can't do anything with that because, you know, of course not. And then we'll just throw that into there. That's quite a lot. And next, we'll just grab this. And we'll just go over to here. Ooh. That is a lot. Okay. So now what do we need? Well, still need more belts. Because, you know, as slow and horrible as these belts are, they're the only belts that I have. So seriously, these belts are like the worst thing ever. It's almost a sin to use these belts at how horrible they are. It's truly just the worst. Oh, I need some bricks. If only there was bricks somewhere. Okay, so now I have an electric ore crusher, which is going to prove to be... actually, you know, I could probably... Because this will go up this way, so... this will probably be fun. Not going to be the most perfect of things there, but you know, we'll make do with what we have here. Alrighty. Okay, and now we're just gonna crush the ore here, and we're gonna see if 2 is enough to get it on the belt. chances are it's not going to be enough. See how slow it is? See how ridiculously slow it is? First thing I'm actually going to do here is... okay. I am going to output priority, filter, and we are going to go for the crushed stone. Going to be the right one. I just realized something kind of vital here, but I guess it kind of just depends on how we're truly going to do this. Problematic. Just a little bit. Oh, well. It'll be fine early on. Yeah, see, it's stuck. It can't go any further. This is one of the very problematic problems with, well, pretty much everything here. But we can't get an assembly machine. We can get exactly one of them. The next thing we're going to do here is I'm going to get some of these filter ones. Ooh, they actually need crushed stone. I need regular stone for that, but fortunately, well. Ooh, aw, man. Really didn't want that, but what are you going to do? All right. Okay. So what we're trying to do here is just create like a nice little semi-efficient, because it's not going to be perfect, but we do want, oh, good. I'm out of resources again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Early game, man. Early game. And of course, you know, there's obviously no coal in here, but that's not too bad. You know, early on anyway. How many more of these do I have? I literally have 10. Oh, boy. Could I have theoretical... I know I can produce more of these. So, all right, let me go up here and see if there's anything at all up here I can take. Yes. That's nice. Okay, I'll just take this and then give me that. And that can just stay right there. I don't care about that at all. How's the power grid doing? Yeah, we're doing fine. Mostly because nothing's running. Okay, so I could put another one there. So that's perfect. So now what we're going to do... Normally what you would do is you would split this off somewhere along the way. But actually what we're going to do is something a little different than what you would typically do. I'm completely out of those. That's always nice. And I'm out of that. I'm just out of everything today. So I'm just going to grab these here. And... well, that's not the least bit annoying whatsoever. Actually, could I... okay, I can produce more of these. Perfect. It's not perfect, but, you know, at least now I'm storing and continuously using this stuff. It will go better once we actually have a, you know, a system in place. And we're also approaching the time limit here, so... or at least the time limit that I had envisioned here anyway. And for storage, I'm just going to grab the iron chest. Okay. And this will at least keep it somewhat continuously rolling. This is by no stretch of the imagination perfect. It is also not what I want. So what I need to do is over here, I basically need to produce some stone, and we'll do that. We'll do that next time when we come back. You know, right now, you know, we're not really able to do a whole lot right now, and this is not a very efficient method, like in the slightest. Because what we need to actually do is we need to build a manufacturing facility somewhere where we can just cart stone from here. So I'll probably send it over this way. I'll move this somewhere else because it doesn't need to be here. But I may end up just, building, individual stone areas rather than just carting it all over the place. I haven't truly really decided what I'm going to do with it. But, like, at least right now, everything is, fully automated to one degree or another. No, I don't have any of those. So, hooray for me there. Well, that's terrible looking, but I honestly can't say that I'm surprised at all by that. Okay, so now we have 3 of them rolling out. So that should, let's just see how this does, and then we'll call it, because I want it to be around an hour-ish long. So we'll call it here in just a second. I mean, 1 got by, so not really the worst thing to happen, but not the best thing either. But like I say, it's all right. Yeah, I need way more. Like, way more of these things. And I mean, this is, the funny thing is this is just 2 of these. I don't even have that many. But at least now we have a continuous stream of them. And, in the future, what I can do is I can, build a more proper automated system. But the biggest thing is getting the tin rolling. Okay, so thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support this channel, like, share, and subscribe. And as I said at the beginning of this, let me know if you have any, ideas for what kind of content you would like to see. And I will see you guys in the next one.